look at this. Gendarme, do you have access to the title?
Oh, yeah. I can update it real quick. I just need to...
You can just put it on Wily Wars. I need to update my info in the stream.
Alright, so... Wily Wars?
Yeah. Well, this information is no longer correct.
Alright, there we go.
What year did Wily Wars come out?
I will look that up.
And is it called Wily Wars or The Wily Wars?
The Wily Wars.
That's what I thought.
Never saw a cartridge released in North America. It was only available for download through Sega Channel services in the mid to late 1990s.
It doesn't say the exact month or anything.
I'm guessing it was available over a period of time, like they did episodic releases or something.
It was one of those things where every month it cycled what games it had available. I think Wily Wars was only on there like twice.
Okay. Well, yeah. It doesn't say like any specific months or anything.
Does it say a European release date since they got a cartridge?
Release date for Europe, April 1995. It looks like.
It was probably the same year then, because that's what I was thinking.
For Japan, it was October 21st, 1994. So yeah.
Yeah, it was probably 95 for the Sega Channel then.
Yeah. It even says February 1995.
Oh, well, that's what I was asking for.
Yeah, no. I wasn't seeing it right away. I had to look around and find it.
Okay. Alright. Command the Wily Wars.
Oh man, that background was pretty sweet on the Genesis. With like Sonic standing in front of a giant speaker system.
The only thing about this that makes me sad is that I'm not seeing the Sega Channel boot up screen when I play this. That brings me a lot of nostalgia.
Oh.
Alright, so I got like half an hour to play through this. I might not be able to beat it. Unless I'm just on point.
I mean, you know, I'm not too worried about starting on time, because the thing about Clock Tower is it is a very short game if you know what you're doing. Like, to give you an idea of how short, the reason I said 3 hours for all endings is because when I was just doing a practice run, just to try to get an idea of how long it would take me to get, like, just the best ending on its own. Like, I was using a guide, looking at it periodically, got a few interruptions. I kept a timer going throughout all of it, though. My end time from start to finish, with just interruptions every now and then, and looking at the guide from time to time, as well as just getting stuck at a couple points, was still under an hour 30 minutes. So
that was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Oh man, we got a ROM Scout raid. 324.
They're bringing tacos. Lots of tacos.
Thank you for the raid, ROM Scout.
Much appreciated.
Gendarme, you want to give them the spiel?
Oh, certainly. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We are raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital today with our TSG Generations Marathon. We are currently in our 16-bit block right now, where we are playing games from that generation. Even though Blau is technically playing a 8-bit game, Mega Man 1, due to scheduling snafus that happened earlier. But after this game, I will be taking over playing Clock Tower for the SNES. Let me tell you about why you should be donating to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I'm sure someone has already typed it in the chat, but if you type in !donate, Moobot will drop a link to donate. And all the money you donate will go directly to the charity. None of it goes to us. So the money is definitely going into good hands. And St. Jude helps St. Jude contributes towards the prevention and cure of various childhood diseases. They've helped make some great, very important strides towards the curing of bubble boy disease, for example, which is where a child is effectively born with a compromised immune system and has to live in a bubble for their life. So, as you can imagine, that's a pretty big deal. They're famous for they're best known for their work in the battle against childhood cancer, and among the core tenets of their philosophy is that they will treat anyone regardless of whether my alarm goes off, regardless of race, religion, or even ability to pay. I am apparently very quiet right now, so let me continue the spiel. But yes, they will treat children without any regard to whether the race, religion, their ability to pay, things like that. They don't charge the patients or their families anything at all for anything. That includes treatments, but also it includes things like travel costs, housing costs, and some surprising things that I learned after doing some research about the charity for full assignment recently. They'll also provide families with gift cards so that they can go grocery shopping to get like stuff that they think they'll need. Like St. Jude will cover the costs of that. They also try to make sure the children get to live like relatively normal lives, and they'll do things like throwing proms for the kids as well. So St. Jude is a really good organization to donate to. Like, they do a lot of work to try to help keep these kids alive, keep them safe, and just help them live normal lives. And they make sure that the families are taken care of and that they aren't left like just having to worry about any financial costs. It's just when they say that their main goal is just to make sure that the families, don't have to worry about how they're going to pay for all this. They mean it. Like, they take care of the families and the kids. So it's a really good cause. ! Donated to chat, and you'll get we'll drop a helpful donation link for y'all. And yeah, like I said, 100% of the profits go directly to the charity, so we don't see a single cent of it. So it's definitely a worthy cause of donating, and I definitely encourage everyone to donate.
What is with this RNG here?
Wily Wars is similar enough to the NES versions, it feels a little eerie to see it.
It feels very different from the NES version. Just playing it feels very different. I turned Gendarme up after people were saying you were quiet. I don't know if you're still really quiet.
Well, if I am, please feel free to pipe in, chat. Or if I need to be turned down a little bit, feel free to pipe in.
I can't actually turn you up anymore on the stream itself, but I could turn you up in Discord.
I can take a look-see at my settings just to make sure that...
I mean, you're loud and clear to me, personally.
Okay, then it might just be Discord itself needs to be turned up. I don't know.
Well, I got my desktop audio at max right now on the stream.
But yes, how does everything look and sound, everyone? Well, everything looks fine on my end, so...
But
how does everything
hear
sound?
The game. I don't even hear the game myself, because I have it so low on my TV.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the bar move for the capture card, though, so I know it's making sound. This Genesis buttons are really clacky. I know normally on the NES version you can just run through this screen, and if you don't stop moving you won't get hit, but I know for a fact that doesn't work here.
Hello, Error, and welcome to the stream. How are you today? Alright, Zalpar says it looks good. There's these weird numbers at the top of the screen that keep going up when he grabs little orange power-ups.
Huh. I wonder what those do.
I don't know. Oh, one of those orange things just fell down into a pit, so we'll never know now.
Clackety clackety. I'm starting to get my groove back.
The Emperor's New Groove. That's a good movie.
I haven't seen that in forever. I have seen it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I last watched it. I should watch it again soon.
I just haven't seen it since it was like new. So one of the major differences that you don't really think makes much of a difference is that in Mega Man 1, by design, power-ups that you see laying on the ground, if you scroll off the screen and scroll them back on, they're supposed to respawn. In Wily Wars, they do not. That is by design. You can't tell me it's not. Because of the fact that they put 2 weapon energies right outside the room where the magnet beam is required in Wily 1. Which I do believe is the only place where it's absolutely required.
And I assume you mean like just power-ups lying on the ground, not like stuff dropped by enemies.
Right. Stuff that's already on the ground. Wow, that went way farther than I thought it was going to.
It went...
Mega Man's been working out.
Yeah, no kidding. I also forgot for a second that Mega Man 1 didn't have like the ability to just switch powers without having to go into the menu.
All the NES games were like that.
Wait, really?
With what button were you gonna hot swap them?
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. Because NES didn't have that many buttons.
But if you got the PlayStation versions or the old Anniversary Collection on the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox, which uses the PlayStation versions, then they do have hot swaps if you turn on the helper mode.
Okay,
Navi mode, I think is what they call it.
Alright, maybe I was thinking of those versions then. I think I've only really seen like Alan and Metal play through Mega Man games, so... Yeah, and you. Sorry.
That's because you can't come to my streams because I stream so late.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm usually... I tend to go to bed like super early as well.
It's amazing we ever found time to practice Triforce Heroes.
Well, I mean, I wasn't in school at that point, so I could afford to just stay up whenever.
Oh, you're in school now?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Computer technology.
Nice. How far in are you?
Just finished my second semester.
Nice. Charmel's doing computer science. She's currently on, I think, her 5th? Maybe 6th semester.
Well, wishing Charmel the best of luck with that.
So that was a little different. I believe in the NES version, if you position yourself right, you can get in between these guys to where, wow, that big energy despawned right as I was about to jump on it. But I believe if you position yourself right, you can get in between their electric beams before they fire off. Or, yeah, and then they just go right above and below you. Harmlessly, but you're too big here. At least the ladder glitch is still there.
What's the ladder glitch?
If you come up to a ladder that is as tall as your jump height, and you press up, as soon as you reach the apex of your jump, you just instantly climb to the top.
Oh, nice.
Without having, like, the bent over animation and whatnot. So people complain about the magnet beam here, but it's literally impossible to get to Wily 1 without seeing that. So I don't really get the complaint. Like, if you missed it, that's your fault for not going back and checking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like people complaining in the sense that they didn't like the weapon itself.
Oh, no, just that they missed it, because typically people will go for Cutman first because he takes the most damage from the Mega Buster. And if you go in weakness order, then Electman's next, so you won't have a way to get in there, because the only thing that can destroy Guts blocks is the Super Arm and the Thunder Beam.
Can't you go back for Magnet Beam? I assume you can.
Yes, you can re-enter a stage after you've beaten the boss in this game.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Mega Man 2, I believe, that you couldn't re-enter a stage. That's two of these big eyes that I've gotten lucky about. I'm 2 for 3.
Oh,
Is
it's
it-
just 2 and 3 that won't you go back? Okay. Well,
Is it just 2 and 3? Because I thought some of the other ones later were as well. I know 6 you can go back in, I think, because it's got those alternate exits or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Just 2 and 3. Well, 3 obviously makes sense because
I mean, another solution would be to just put the magnet beam in your path, either in all stages or like.
they could have picked a better stage to put it in, I agree. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, a lot of games at this point in time were very much in the, oh, you missed an item, you cannot finish.
I feel like the design on this game is more competent than Mega Man 2's. Because there's just so many places where all you can do is just die if you didn't have prior knowledge in Mega Man 2. There's one place of that in Mega Man 1, and that's the room where the magnet beam was required if you didn't pick it, but my whole spiel there was that it's impossible to get to that point without having seen the magnet beam.
I guess, but like, I imagine, like, as a kid, like, it's probably taking you a long time just to get up to the point where you need it, that it's reasonable you might not necessarily remember where you would have to go to find the magnet beam.
You just gotta get the power. Nintendo.
That's right.
Yeah,
I think I remember what my issue with the copy bot was in Wily Wars. I believe it's not weak to the elect beam. Or no, I remember what it was. The fire shield is what I normally fight it with, because the thunder beam is your weakness. Which means it's also the copy bot's weakness. And hang on. Let me get past these blocks. Wow, that sucked.
Cheating.
I will use the magnet beam on this stage. No shame.
Game Genie.
look, man,
Just walking on it.
there ain't nothing
Oh, is
wrong.
it not showing up for y'all?
Oh,
I mean,
it is.
It is.
It barely shows up for me. Okay, let me think. Okay, Thunder Beam is Mega Man's weakness. 3 hits will kill him from full health. So, in NES Mega Man 1 against Copybot, I use Firestorm because it does an effective amount of damage. It's pretty easy to dodge when Copybot uses it. And, man, I cannot concentrate on jumping on disappearing blocks while I'm trying to say this. It's got a little shield that kind of repels Copybot when he tries to jump on you for contact damage. But it just does next to nothing in this version against him. Wow, that was great usage.
Metal says the magnet beam is Mega Man's weakness because you just died to it.
I died because I didn't see the edge of it. Oh, this is not good.
This definitely looks like a precarious situation you find yourself in.
I hate footholders. This was absolutely my own doing, though.
Maybe a little. Although I'm not sure how not using the magnet beam would get you out of this, have kept you away from this situation.
I might just have to game over here and come back to the stage.
Oh wait,
Oh.
no. I know what it is. It would have.
Using the magnet beam, I could skip the footholders.
Yeah. Okay, I was confused. I misunderstood what you said when you said this was your own doing.
Okay, so, now I've got a minute to think about it. Thunder Beam is Mega Man's weakness, so it's also Copybot's weakness. And basically, Firestorm was nerfed against Copybot, so you kind of got to use the Thunder Beam, but it's really scary. Because it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to not get hit by when used against you.
Howdy, Starks. Welcome to streaming. How are you doing today?
I know what I am going to do here, though.
You're going to try to cut that thing on the floor? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Because that thing needed to die so I could actually look at the block pattern. Okay. I think I see it now. Well, didn't look far enough ahead. Alright, magnet beam, take 2.
Nobody tell Phil.
Magnet beam actually works differently here than it does in the NES. Like, it comes out in like chunks here. On the NES it comes out just solidly the longer you hold the button. I hate these foot holders so much.
Oh my god.
This is a lovely checkpoint.
That definitely did not look good. Like, looked like everything was just determined to just shove you off.
Yeah. The screen's so much easier on the NES version. Like
I
Wily
was gonna say, I
Wars.
didn't remember a scene where we desperately needed the magnet beam. Like, this one clearly seems designed for.
Like, foot holders are bad in the NES version for sure. But they seem so much worse here.
Can they not be killed at all?
No. They're your...
No, if
They're
you
your
kill them, you can't
stepstones.
progress.
I guess that makes sense.
I think they're firing way faster than they do in the NES version. And that's what my issue here is.
Yeah, it looked like you had it there. And then they just decided you didn't have it after all.
So foot holders actually don't fire very fast normally. And because of the aforementioned energy not respawning like it's supposed to, I am definitely gonna not have enough magnet power to get through it all with the magnet beam this life either.
Yeah, like...
Why did you go up? If you had gone down, that would have been perfect. Ooh! No! I really don't like this version.
It doesn't seem to like you very much either.
With this being turning into a crap show here, I feel like I'm going to have to get redemption by showing off the NES version later.
Yeah, we still got 10 minutes.
Maybe I
I'm
can
sure
at
you-
least beat this stage in that time.
I'm sure you'll show this game who's boss in 10 minutes.
Well, if I hadn't game overed on this stage twice now, I would probably already be in the Wily stages. One thing I am noticing is, like, I'm not seeing the lag that I was expecting. I'm kind of wondering if they fixed the lag issues for this release.
I mean, it would make sense.
There's also a delay between when he lets go of the beam and when I let go of the button.
Yeah. I was at least seeing
And
that much.
that's why I keep turning it around. Ooh. Okay, I can do with this. Success.
Hooray! And you gotta
So you've got to run now and check that.
Yep.
The controller sounds like it's hollow.
Dang, I couldn't set that up in time. Maybe I can salvage it with a health drop from it? Nope. Despawned. Oh well.
Ah, well.
Oh, these guys hooked me up.
This is why everyone loves penguins.
Wow, he jumped really high. Iceman, you're not supposed to jump that high. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It's probably built pretty much the same way the old Genesis controller is. Alright, after Iceman is Fireman.
It's an interesting concept to me that you can make electronics feel more expensive just by making them weigh more. That's something that like headset developers have done just by putting metal weights inside their headsets so that people think that this must be.
That's funny because I have this little charging dock for Joy-Cons and a Pro Controller for the Switch. And it has a metal weight in it that serves no function.
Yeah, that's why.
However, this weight is actually held in by screws that cannot withstand the forces that this weight exerts on it. So they break off. Mine broke off. And it damages the unit while it's being shipped to stores.
I remember working at GameStop and telling customers straight up, don't buy this product. It's the most returned product we ever get. And like one of the things was the 3DS action replay that never. I think in fine print on the box, it listed all the systems that it worked for, and it left off the 3D.
That's funny.
And
I am not messing with this.
So wait, are those torpedo sharks that are just floating around in the stage?
I think they're bullet bobs.
Oh, of course. It looks like torpedo sharks, though. Like,
I mean, yeah, kinda. They do. Alright, so Fireman is a crapshoot. Kinda always is. I don't know how you're supposed to not get hit by Fireman. He is actually a little bit easier in this version, though. Go figure. Usually, he never stops moving.
well, he stopped moving a few times.
Yeah. That's what makes him so much easier.
He also
Yeah.
wakes up-
That is true as well. Dude really likes to set things on fire in the NES version. He took a chill pill here, though.
because you force-fed them to him.
Ha. So a lot of people like to start with Bomb Man on the NES because he's got an AI exploit where he's like afraid of Mega Man.
I mean, I'd be afraid of Mega Man if he came
Yeah.
out.
This dude storms your home base and like charges into your room and kills you.
Yeah. What's not to be afraid of?
But in the NES version, he will actively try to put distance between Mega Man and himself. And he prioritizes that behavior over attacking. They fixed that. I think he still tries to put distance between you, but he doesn't prioritize it over attacking.
Like, do his bombs do damage to him?
No, they don't do damage to himself.
Hmm.
They're robot bombs. They only affect other robots.
Of course. And
My
Bomb Man-
favorite robot Wily ever built is the robot dead fish that the robot pelicans drop in Mega Man 5.
What?
There's these little pelican, I think it's Wave Man's stage. There's these little pelicans that fly by and they drop what looks like a dead fish. I was about to say, I know you can hit these guys. Oh, that was unfortunate.
So the pelicans just throw dead fish at you? Your dead fish robots?
Yeah,
And the robots, but the dead fish robots were definitely built by Wily and not Dr. Light, and the pelicans just sort of made them into dead fish robots after they were originally live fish robots.
well, they just drop them and they explode after they flop on the ground for a second.
I wonder which came first. I imagine Dr. Wily just made a dead fish robot and was like, oh man, this isn't very intimidating. I know, I'll make a pelican robot.
It seems like the power-ups that get dropped despawn way faster here than they do normally in the NES version.
it's the same game where they made a copy of Proto Man. Is that a bad idea or something? Like I said, I don't know Mega Man lore, so I don't know the significance of building a second Proto Man.
Well, see, you fight Proto Man a lot, but it turns out he's a good guy, and so then suddenly he's a bad guy in 5, and you're like, what? I fight Proto Man? That's weird. I only fought him in every other game. Sure. But it turns out he's evil that time.
Of course, as soon as I let go, I get hit.
Well, it got you to the ground quicker.
See, now you can't use that strat on him. But he does go down pretty quick to the firestorm, so.
It's almost like fire and bombs aren't a good combination.
Come back next week. He'll get some big boom booms in.
Was 5 the Mega Man game where it was very clear that the Dr. Wily was just looking around at stuff on his deck?
Yeah.
Plug Man and Magnet Man.
Not Plug Man or Magnet Man. It was... Yeah, it was some bizarre stuff there. But, it's 2 o'clock. Do you want me to hop off? Or did you want me to finish?
You can finish if you want. Like I said, I'm not worried at all about the time for Clock Tower.
Alright. Shouldn't take me too much longer. Yeah, Dustman was in 4. The vacuum cleaner robot. His stage is actually really deadly. Especially in the Game Boy games. Let me tell you, Mega Man 3 for the Game Boy feels like Kaizo Mega Man, almost. There are spikes for days.
Isn't the thing about the Mega Man robots, though, is that, like, they're usually, like, at least for the NES era, like, they were designed, like, by people who played, by kids who played the games and stuff? Or...
From Mega Man 2 up until Mega Man 8, every Robot Master was designed by fans, with the exception of Tengu Man and Astro Man in Mega Man 8.
I'm sorry, Tengu Man?
Yeah, Tengu Man.
Like, was it an actual Tengu?
I don't know what a Tengu's supposed to be.
The world wasn't ready for Tingle Kula Limpa at that point, Metal. And even to this day, I'm still not sure they're ready for it.
Oh man. I hate this jump right here. And the Ice Slasher wears off way too quick in this version. I'll probably miss this jump too.
You got an honorable. Nice.
One thing that threw me off at first is Mega Man is not as slidey as he normally is in Mega Man 1 and 2. And I think 3 as well. He doesn't have his butter shoes. Alan would be happy. Let's see if I can get these all with one. Oh man, so close.
So close, but so far.
In the end, it didn't even matter. Wait, you didn't say anything about trying so hard. I try not to waste too many thunder beams on super or guts blocks. One positive to this version, though, is that you don't die instantly on spikes when you have iframes.
Huh.
Which you do in the NES Mega Man 1, and that's a point of contention among a lot of people, but
Was it only the NES one?
yes.
Or rather, only in one, I should say, not... like it was taken out of, like, 2 and so?
Yeah. So you noticed in the room before that, there were 2 small energies sitting on the ground. Those are designed to respawn. Because that room requires the magnet beam.
Right. Yeah, that would definitely be a problem if you just ran out of energy.
I think the Yellow Devil moves really slow here, yeah.
I mean, Yellow Devil always moves slow.
Oh man, we finally got some lag. Wow, my jumping is off. I don't like that they're elongated blobs here. It's throwing me off. It does feel like it's a lot more claustrophobic. So that's probably why they move slower. But it doesn't help because the Mega Man is so freaking large.
Yeah, like...
He is definitely taller than he is in the NES version. He's probably wider as well.
And it takes, like, forever to fight him, too. Like... you can only get 1 hit in, period.
Yep.
It looks like.
I think if you're really fast in the NES version, you can get 2 hits in. But I don't think it's possible on this version to get 2 hits.
He's taller, but the hitbox is still the same. Some bullets were going through Mega Man's head earlier, according to Metal.
I fired it the wrong direction.
Oh no! Wait, I thought it went in 4 directions.
It was in 3.
Oh.
Pause tricks and E-tanks are for babies. Who needs them?
I mean, I probably would.
Babies.
Well, them too.
Fair point, Phil. I should have thought it through better.
Once again, we are no match for Phil's wit.
Phil is one of my favorite people.
What?
Phil's one of my favorite people too. We're gonna have
One
to
of my
fight
favorites,
over
Yeah.
which one of us gets to have Phil as their favorite.
Oh wait, this is Cutman. With no guts blocks, yay! This is why he takes the most damage to the Mega Buster.
Wait, why does he take the most damage to the Mega Buster?
Because you can't use his weakness on him in the refight.
Wait, what is his weakness?
Super Arm.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that would be... It is a bit problematic to use Super Arm when there's no
Wow.
block fire.
I think they actually reduced his weakness to the Mega Buster by a significant amount in this version. He was really tanking those hits.
It's
Well, that was rude.
Oh, that was rude. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, it's
Bladers
like
will not leave me alone.
It's like Cutman upgraded his armor or something to withstand Mega Man's main weapon, and then arranged the battlefield to avoid taking damage from his one weak.
I think he just got Glass Joe's headgear.
That too. The Game Boy version, Cutman is the strongest. And Klop thinks fire does extra damage.
I don't think he has a weakness to the Mega Buster at all. I think it's doing 1 peg per hit. But once you figure out his pattern, he's not too tough. I say as I am about to die to him again.
Well, maybe. Oh. Yeah, because he definitely plunged in close there.
He's got some jukes.
Gonna be a close fight. Oh.
Someone said bonus damage to Firestorm.
Yeah, Kerplop says that he thinks Fireman does extra damage to Cutman.
As good as anything.
All you had to do was boop him on the nose. Yep.
Yep. It's fine, I would have died on the screen afterward. Oh yeah, he does take extra damage to fire.
I guess Steel is weak to fire.
Well, that was much more manageable. Oh, this is the room with these dudes. I'm always afraid that if I don't just inch along that platform, I'm just gonna like roller skate off the edge.
Understandable.
So unfortunately now we've got to fight Cutman.
Wait, what?
Not Cutman, like me. Sorry.
Let's see. We just fought him though. What?
Yeah, we gotta fight him again. Don't you know he's got a whole family?
There's Cutman, Cutman's wife, Cutman Jr., Cutman Senior, Cutman the
Cutman
Four,
DX, Cutman 0.
Cutman 3.14.
Did you say Cutman Jr.?
Oops, all Cutman.
Oops, all Cut. I like that one.
Cutman 64.
Well, I died.
Well,
I misjudged my jump height. Well, now I really need to get it.
yeah, if you game over, you start all the way back at the very beginning, don't you? And have to fight Cutman
Yeah,
all over it.
but it's not a big deal, because now I know to use Firestorm.
Yeah, but then you have to fight Cutman's entire family, though.
I do have a small problem here with energy.
Oh, you got another life out of that one guy.
That makes it for the one I just lost.
Yep. Kung Fu Cutman.
Okay, I definitely don't want to have Thunderbeam equipped when I go in here. So this is Copybot. He uses whatever power you are currently equipped with. So if you have the super arm equipped, all he can do is run left and right. And jump. He juked me!
Oh, hey, he switched powers. So I'm guessing he doesn't get the weaknesses of whatever power he's got equipped, does he?
No, he's got Mega Man's weakness, which is Thunderbeam. But it does look like they reduced the amount of damage Mega Man takes to Thunder Beam.
They got some surge protectors installed onto this version of Mega Man.
But I am out of Thunder Beam now, so I guess I'll do the backup strats with Firestorm. Maybe the lag will save me.
Almost strange they didn't reuse this idea of trying to... I mean, it didn't really work out the first time now, did it? So why bother with it?
He shot me in the back. What a jerk. Yeah, Metal's right. They did reuse this idea in Mega Man 3. You fought 3 copies. But they die in one hit to top spin, so...
How do you know who wins that fight? It's like...
Well, Mega Man wins, obviously.
But they're both Mega Man.
Exactly.
They're fighting to become the real Mega Man.
Yeah, like...
I wish I could deal contact damage to him. That sure would be nice. I lost track of which one I was for a second. Can I just game over already so I can get my energy back? Just tell me whenever you want me to call it quits.
Well, I mean...
You don't sound super thrilled to play Clock Tower.
No. I am. I'm just trying to think of, like... Because, like, if you game over, you start all the way at the beginning, like, doing all the robot fights and everything, right?
Just the beginning of the stage, yeah. But I'll have full energy.
Okay, yeah. I guess it'll just depend on you, like how long you think it would take you to redo all everything.
Well, if I can beat this stage, then the rest of it shouldn't be much trouble. Wow, that was pretty close. What was that, 4 ticks of health left?
Yeah. And look at it. You had a stun locked there.
Yeah, that was working out for me for a minute there.
I thought that one guy was about to drop another one up for you that was just going to fall down a bit. He retires back to being The Rock. So he just goes into pro wrestling. Is that really all that different from what he's doing now? Alright. And the first of many Cutmans has been defeated.
Yep. That was Paw Cutman. Well, that was an ouchie.
Apparently someone just dabbed.
Someone just dabbed. Oh, yeah, like man dabbed.
Oh,
I forgot
Like-
that's part of his animation.
yeah. The Luck Man was dabbing before it was cool. That's... The game is being very generous about lives.
Yeah. But not so generous about giving me weapon energy, which is a problem.
Yeah.
Or, in that
Hell.
instant, I guess I'll just die.
Well,
I don't think that was possible to avoid that fate. Like, the timings on these enemies are all off, too. That would not happen in the NES version. But, as you see, you're getting hit on that screen no matter what you do. Alright, what's my strat?
probably shoot and dodge. Then again, I'm not really a Mega Man player, so maybe maybe the dodging part is up to
Jump and
date.
shoot. Jump and shoot. Strategy, don't die. Alright. Now, is that don't die as if I was Chase, or like, define don't die?
I mean, Mega Man has to die here, no matter what.
Yeah, there could be only one. Which one am I? I legit don't know which one I am. Okay, I must be the one on the left, because that's the one that died.
Oh, yeah. I lost track of you too, actually. That's a very devious fight.
I don't actually have that problem of losing track of which one I am on the NES version. But also, I just sit in the corner and wait for him to die on my Firestorm.
Like, is there no, like, was the NES version, like, there's no way to tell any difference between the two either?
I guess one thing is, he does tend to wait until I fire to shoot at me. Oof. If this was the NES version, that would have killed me. Because
Oh,
you can
man.
you can still take damage after the boss dies. Did you ever play?
Yeah, Street Fighter crossover.
Yeah, I played that. It's really hard. I haven't beaten it.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah, for a second I thought he was talking about like an actual game, but like that's one of the fan made ones, right?
It was a fan-made one that ended up becoming an official release available for free on PC.
Oh wow. Have you seen the cheesy Mega Man movies?
There's a movie? Oh, the fan-made movie. Yeah, I've seen that. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. Oop.
There's also
That'd
a
be
fan
nice.
made game where you play the villains as main characters. Huh.
Yes, I have seen that one.
Man,
Please keep
it's just a
dropping
conveyor
health.
belt of- Oh, this is just a conveyor belt of murder. The best kind of conveyor belts.
Alright, this is, C something rather. He's got a very serialized name.
Something tells me he might be weak to Guts Man.
Yes, but there's not enough blocks to actually kill him with it. So you gotta weaken him first. I think that's enough. Mega Man, you gotta stop over... Oh wow, I hit him twice with one of them. That was amazing.
Nice.
So I think now I'm on the last stage, right? Yeah, should be.
All right. In that case, I guess I will start getting things fired up on my end, so I can take over. Dr. Light or Dr. Fight? That is
Whoops.
the question.
Alright, there should be a Yasichi over here. Hopefully I got enough magnet beam to do this. I just gotta wait for the platform. Unfortunately, because I screwed that up. This is kind of a nerve-wracking jump there. Alright, first up is Bomb Man, I think. And then I think it's Iceman. I gotta remember he jumps high. Oh, no, it's Fireman. I got debated. Man, Fireman has really gotten his anger management under control. And then the last one will be Gutsman, so we can have our only use of the Hyper Bomb. I'm surprised that actually hit him. And that's Gutsman. So now it's on to Dr. Wily. I'm going to fill Firestorm. See, this is a place that being able to scroll that energy off and back on to refill your weapons would be handy. I think I should probably not waste my energy on this life, though. Because I got 4. Just kill me. Okay, which form is weak to the Thunder Beam and which one's weak to the Firestorm? Because I usually just use Firestorm for both. But I know it doesn't work quite so effectively that way on this version. I'm gonna place my bets on the first form being weak to the Thunder Beam. Looks like it. man. Those bullets move in a weird way. I think he's actually got iframes on this version of the game, so that makes it a little trickier. And also I can't just like stand underneath him and not get hit by the bullets. I wish I could get through that form without taking a bajillion hits. Okay, there we go. Done! Haha.
Nice.
That version is not... It's not the good version of Mega Man 1. I want to make that clear. This is the bad version of Mega Man 1. If you ever listen to me gushing about Mega Man 1, just know that I'm talking about the NES version.
Alright.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hand things over to Gendarme. And he's gonna be entertaining you, your optical sensors with some clock tower.
Yep.
But that is it for me. Peace out, y'all.
Thank you for playing, Blau.
Thank you for letting me eat 30 minutes of your time.
Yep. No problem.
Okay, I'm dropping it now.